Hey everyone, Sherry Truhlar here with Red Apple Auctions, your charity auction firm, specifically speaking here today to our Chicago listeners, because if you're doing a benefit auction in Chicago, I want you to know that this Wednesday, July 21st, 2010 here, is when submissions are due for the BizBash Awards. You've got to get in on that. BizBash is a magazine, an online community. It's devoted to the event management industry. I think they're even going international now, although pretty much here in the last couple of years they've been more in the domestic market in the metropolitan areas. But if you think your benefit auction gala is award-winning material, here is the chance for you to find out. Now, I've never been aware of any auction awards on a national level that specifically looked at benefit galas, but the good news is that these BizBash Awards do allow you to submit your benefit auction, and you can submit your auction fundraiser into like 20 different categories almost. It's differentiated by budget and concept and other elements. I know we here at Red Apple had 2 auction clients that won back in 2008. We had 1 win back in 2009. And now you can do the same if you're there in Chicago. Think about what a feather in your cap this would be if you are a volunteer auction chair to have an award-winning gala, or certainly if you're a professional event manager, you'll want to participate in this because that's a great boon for your business as well. And think about, too, how excited your volunteers would be to know that they were part of a cannot-be-missed gala as judged by a third party in Chicago, right? You could totally use that in your PR campaign the following year, not only to recruit volunteers, but to tell people, to tell your guests, hey, come be part of a gala that has been judged by a third party to be one of the best here in Chicago. Great opportunity for you here, and it's easy to submit. Now, you've got to have your submission in by 5 p.m. It says Central Standard Time. I bet they meant daylight time on July 21st, 2010. The event itself needed to be held between June 1st of 2009 and May 31st of 2010. They are only allowing events open to the public, so private social events wouldn't be allowed. But honestly, I've never seen a private benefit auction anyway. As long as you buy a ticket, you're usually welcome to come in and spend money. You need to submit up to 5 photos and a 400-word description of the event. They're looking for all the standard stuff in that description: the event purpose, the target audience, the intended result, the guest's reaction to it. You want to include all of the companies that were involved in the success of the gala, like your AV company, your production company, your caterer, and of course you'll include your benefit auction company. Don't forget them. Now, the link to go get the application is incredibly long, so I cannot give it to you here in this audio file. So I would encourage you to probably either just head on over to bizbash.com and see if you can find it there, or do a Google search. It might come up that way as well. I do have it on our blog, so depending on when you're listening to this, you can pop on over to the blog and get a direct link over to the application that way as well. Now, for those of you organizing Florida benefit auctions, good news for you, because your applications aren't due until 2011. You've got plenty of time there to prepare and think about what you're going to be submitting. And for those of us here in Washington, D.C., I haven't seen anything yet on those D.C. awards, but I will tell you, when our clients won a couple of years ago and I attended the party reception that they had down in Georgetown, I know that I spoke with the editor, and at that time, the awards here had been determined by a private panel who just more or less sat around and decided what are the top 100 can't-be-missed galas that are happening in this city, and that's how they pulled together the list. So maybe now that's changed and they're going to have a submission process like they are in Chicago. I don't know. Don't have the inside scoop on that, just telling you what I know from 2 years ago. So we'll keep you updated here as we learn information. Now, if you are listening to this post but you really wanted benefit auction help, I'd say head on over to our website instead. We've got that over there. If you're not from Chicago, this might not have been helpful. You can see our free gift. It is our top 100 items that we're selling in benefit auctions today. Great resource for your procurement team. You can get that instantly upon signing up. So we look forward to learning more about your event online. I'm Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions. Thanks for listening.